Along the cold, restless edges of the Pacific Ocean, where tides rise and fall with relentless rhythm and coastal fog blurs the boundary between land and sea, a powerful presence moves silently across the seafloor. It does not glow like deep-sea creatures, nor does it vanish into illusion like masters of camouflage. Instead, it dominates its environment through strength, resilience, and an ancient connection to coastal ecosystems. This is the Dungeness crab, one of the most iconic and ecologically important crustaceans of the North Pacific, a species whose story is inseparable from the shoreline itself. The Dungeness crab, scientifically known as Metacarcinus magister, inhabits a wide range of coastal environments along the western coast of North America, from the icy waters of Alaska down to the warmer shores of California. Unlike deep-sea crabs that live hidden in darkness, the Dungeness crab exists in a dynamic zone shaped by waves, currents, and seasonal change. This environment demands versatility, and over millions of years, the Dungeness crab has evolved into a creature capable of thriving amid constant disturbance. Its evolutionary history reflects the pressures of life in shallow coastal waters, where predators are abundant and conditions can shift rapidly. Ancestors of the Dungeness crab that possessed stronger shells, more powerful claws, and greater mobility were more likely to survive encounters with fish, octopuses, seabirds, and marine mammals. Over time, these traits became defining features of the species. Today, the Dungeness crab stands as one of the largest and most robust crabs in its range, with a carapace that can exceed 20 centimeters in width. Physically, the Dungeness crab is built for dominance rather than subtlety. Its broad, hard shell provides protection against predators and environmental stress. The shell's coloration, typically a blend of brown, green, and purple hues, helps it blend with sandy and muddy substrates, offering a degree of camouflage without sacrificing visibility. Its legs are long and muscular, enabling it to move quickly across the seafloor or bury itself partially in sediment when threatened. Most striking are its claws, powerful tools capable of crushing shells, tearing flesh, and defending territory. Behaviorally, the Dungeness crab is an active and opportunistic animal. Unlike species that rely on ambush or deception, it survives through constant movement and exploration. It patrols the seafloor, probing the sediment with its claws and sensory appendages, searching for food. Its diet is remarkably varied, reflecting its role as both predator and scavenger. Dungeness crabs consume clams, mussels, small fish, worms, snails, and even other crustaceans. They are not picky eaters, and this dietary flexibility is a key factor in their success. Feeding is both a survival activity and an ecological function. By preying on bivalves and other benthic organisms, Dungeness crabs help regulate populations that might otherwise grow unchecked. Their feeding behavior also disturbs the sediment, increasing oxygen penetration and nutrient mixing in the seafloor. In this way, the crab acts as an ecosystem engineer, shaping the physical and biological structure of its habitat simply by living and feeding. Habitat use changes throughout the Dungeness crab's life cycle. Juveniles often occupy shallow estuaries and eelgrass beds, where vegetation provides shelter from predators. As they grow, they gradually move into deeper coastal waters, inhabiting sandy or muddy bottoms at depths ranging from a few meters to over 200 meters. Seasonal migrations are common, driven by temperature changes, reproduction, and food availability. These movements connect different parts of the coastal ecosystem, linking estuaries, nearshore waters, and the continental shelf. Socially, Dungeness crabs are not truly social animals, but they frequently encounter one another due to overlapping habitats. These encounters can lead to competition, especially during feeding or mating. Dominance is often established through displays of size and strength rather than prolonged combat. Larger individuals tend to secure better access to food and mates, reinforcing the evolutionary advantage of robust physical traits. Reproduction is a critical and energy-intensive process. Mating typically occurs after the female molts, a vulnerable moment when her shell is soft. Males guard females during this period, using their size and strength to fend off rivals and predators. After fertilization, females carry thousands of eggs beneath their abdomen for several months. During this time, they remain cautious and selective in their movements, protecting the next generation until the larvae are released into the water column. The larval stage marks a dramatic shift in lifestyle. Tiny, planktonic larvae drift with ocean currents, far removed from the seafloor world of adult crabs. This dispersal phase allows the species to colonize new areas but also exposes larvae to immense risk. Only a small fraction survive to settle back onto the seafloor and begin life as juvenile crabs. This high mortality rate is balanced by the sheer number of eggs produced, a strategy common among marine invertebrates. The Dungeness crab occupies a central position in the coastal food web. It is both predator and prey, influencing and being influenced by numerous species. Fish, octopuses, sea otters, and humans all feed on Dungeness crabs, while the crabs themselves exert pressure on populations of shellfish and smaller invertebrates. This interconnectedness makes the species a key indicator of coastal ecosystem health. Changes in Dungeness crab populations often reflect broader environmental shifts, such as warming waters, pollution, or habitat degradation. Human interaction with the Dungeness crab is particularly significant. It supports one of the most valuable crab fisheries on the west coast of North America, playing a major role in coastal economies and cultural traditions. Strict management practices, including size limits, seasonal closures, and protection of egg-bearing females, have been implemented to ensure sustainability. These measures reflect an understanding that the long-term survival of the species depends on balancing harvest with conservation. Despite these efforts, the Dungeness crab faces growing challenges. Climate change is altering ocean temperatures and chemistry, affecting crab physiology, prey availability, and larval survival. Ocean acidification threatens shell formation, while harmful algal blooms can introduce toxins into the food chain. Habitat loss in estuaries reduces nursery areas for juveniles, potentially limiting future populations. As a species closely tied to coastal systems, the Dungeness crab is especially sensitive to human-driven change. Scientific research continues to reveal new insights into the biology and behavior of the Dungeness crab. Studies of movement patterns, genetic diversity, and responses to environmental stressor help inform management strategies and deepen understanding of coastal ecosystems. Each discovery reinforces the idea that this crab is more than a resource or a familiar sight at seafood markets. It is a living component of a complex and dynamic marine world. The story of the Dungeness crab is ultimately a story of resilience. It has survived shifting climates, changing coastlines, and intense predation pressure by adapting to one of the most variable environments on Earth. It thrives where land and sea collide, where stability is rare and survival demands strength and flexibility in equal measure. Along the Pacific coast, beneath rolling waves and drifting kelp, the Dungeness crab continues its slow, purposeful movement across the seafloor, shaping the ecosystem with every step.